Dobry wieczór.
Dobry wieczór.
Czekamy. Czekamy, as Joanna would say.
Poczekamy chwilkę.
Poczekamy.
I think we're a little bit later than we anticipated.
Yeah.
Jesteśmy chwilę później, słuchajcie.
It is what it is.
Która jest? 9?
Tutaj?
No.
9.
Nie, jesteście,
22.
dobra.
Ale w Anglii jest 8:22.
8:22 w Anglii. Jesteście, super.
Very calm.
No.
Very calm.
O tej godzinie.
Hello. Everybody. Hello Ireland.
Hello Ireland.
We posted on our stories last night. Hello David. That we wanted to do a quick Facebook Live. Hello Belfast. For
Should we say hello to people first?
Yeah, well, let's say hello.
Hey. Poczekamy.
Hello Dariusz. Hello Hereford. David.
Tak, problem jest, słuchajcie, że jak wszyscy się pojawiacie, when we see everyone coming.
Zielone Góry. I thought that said Joanna Ernest.
Joanna Ewa.
Ireland. Do you know what I've noticed recently? We've got a lot of followers from Ireland, which is amazing.
Well, hopefully in the summer we get to go
Coventry.
Aberdeen. There we go.
Aberdeen, Southampton. It's amazing. It's amazing. Richmond is your favourite place?
Richmond, słuchajcie, kocham Richmond. Jak to się robi jeszcze raz? Richmond. Uwielbiam. Dobry wieczór. Somerset.
Yeah, anyway, so as people were coming on, we did a quick story last night just to say we wanted to do this Facebook Live because over the last 2 or 3 months we've had so many more followers on the page that probably don't really know who we are. They've seen a couple of our Facebook Lives, me attempting Polish or discussing Polish or other things, but don't really know who we are. And there's people, followers that have been there right from the beginning. They've been on the whole journey with us, which is incredible. So some of you know us really well, like we know you, and some not so much.
Beatka, dobrze, zadzwonię, tak, musimy się zobaczyć. Jak widzisz, nie jesteśmy w domu, zadzwonię, obiecuję.
And so for the new followers, it's like, okay, who is this English man trying to speak Polish with his wife in Poland? And as many of you know, we lived in London for 15 years 16 years together. I met Joanna back in 1999 in Łódź when she was a ballet dancer and I was performing in a show at Teatr Wielki w Łodzi. Yeah, we're all good. Joanna, Asha.
Kochani, super.
And anyway, we fell in love, to cut a long story short, and we lived in the UK, in London, for like 15 or 16 years. And
there's no 16 years.
16 years. Performing and teaching and...
Hey.
Doing lots of different things. And then we had our 2 baby girls, who are now 9 and 7. And when the second one was like literally 6 months old...
Who are you? Hey, Ola.
When our youngest daughter turned, like she was about six months old, we realised our flat was too small where we lived in Crystal Palace. I know we've got some followers that are in Crystal Palace, and we decided to sell without buying anywhere and come to Poland for a long summer to spend with the family.
Give me some tips how to teach my man speak Polish and how you guys started lessons. So, okay, będziemy pamiętać, poczekaj. Kate, będziemy pamiętać to pytanie. Maybe poczekajcie z pytaniami na koniec. Maybe let's wait with the questions like after you finish speaking.
Yeah, don't forget that one though from Kate.
Oj, Bartosz, nie nagramy. To zostanie nagrane.
What's that?
Bartek pracuje. He can watch us. He's working.
Oh, we will save it. We'll post it.
Yeah. To będzie dłuższy.
And anyway, so we came to Poland for a long summer, and to cut another long story short,
Baby David.
Oh, you make me feel old now, David. To cut another long story short, we stayed here and we've created our own life here. Really, we've performed on stage, we've choreographed, we've performed on television, we've got our own performing arts school. Well, performing arts school that's not running at the moment. I haven't run it since
Maybe,
October
yeah. Sorry.
because of the whole coronavirus. And yeah, so we
Edyta, tak jak my. Oh, sorry, go on. I'm just in the background.
so we've stayed here ever since, and yeah, I really enjoy living here. So we get a lot of questions from people like, how was the move? For us, it was quite smooth, and we've created our own opportunities. So when it comes to finding work or anything, I don't really know much about that. But as a Brit in Poland, I really enjoy living and working here. We've met a lot of friends. We've got a lot of really nice contacts here now. And I teraz ja spróbuję mówić po polsku. I teraz...
Uczysz się. Uczysz się.
Yeah, I'm learning. And yeah, that's it, basically. So for all of those new followers, there was one moment when Joanna's grandfather, her beloved grandfather, Jaja, who passed away in November, he was like 96 and a half, and he became a part of the Britain-Poland family as well, because people watched, you know, we would often talk about him or post about him. So yeah, that's basically us. We're now, like I said, waiting for everything to open up again so we can get back up and running. You know, a lot of our work has diminished because of this, and that's it.
Dzięki, Edyta.
That's it.
Well, yeah, we not just we didn't just
Apollo School.
happen to be because I want you to fully understand that what we're doing, that what we've achieved so far as well, that we came into Poland with an experience of our fields. Także, że we receiving, sorry.
Dziadzia was the best. He was the
Dziadzia, słuchajcie, brakuje mi dziadzi strasznie. Odszedł od nas w listopadzie 13 w piątek, jak pamiętacie, to poczucie moje poczucie humoru mojego dziadzi 13 w piątek w 2020 roku. Ale otrzymujemy różne komentarze, the comments that we're receiving. Będę przeskakiwać z polskiego na angielski dla Chrisa. The comments that we're receiving, that what you're doing, that learning Polish is not so well, go and get a proper job.
Oh, we've had a couple of trolls.
Yeah, so słuchajcie, u nas to się nie tak zdarzyło, że jesteśmy i ułożyliśmy sobie życie, to była ciężka praca. It was a hard work that what we managed to achieve up until today. Naprawdę nie jest łatwo podążać za swoim sercem i za tym, co się chce robić, za swoją pasją, zaczynać coś nowego. U nas to jest stepowanie, oczywiście taniec. To jest po prostu nasze życie i od tego nigdy nie odejdziemy, right? We're not gonna walk away from it and
not yet.
Not yet. A nawet jak będziemy musieli, to będziemy stepować z kulami. We're going to be tap dancing with walking sticks, right?
100%. I'm going to keep going. I don't want to retire.
Yeah, I do miss. Mnie brakuje, na przykład czasami naprawdę brakuje mi życia w Londynie, brakuje mi
You miss London more than I do.
Yeah, wiecie, brakuje mi
You miss the West End, I think.
Tak, brakuje mi mojej pracy w Londynie, brakuje mi tańca, brakuje mi musicali, brakuje mi teatrów, brakuje mi filmów, brakuje mi studiów filmowych, Pinewood, Shepperton, to był taki mój dom, gdzie nagrywaliśmy filmy, tańczyłam w wielu filmach, naprawdę cudowną karierę miałam w Londynie. Tutaj w Polsce nie jesteśmy zbyt długo, ale no nie ma niestety takiego odpowiednika, choć jesteśmy niezmiernie dumni z tego, co udało nam się osiągnąć i jesteśmy bardzo wdzięczni za zaufanie, którym obdarzyli nas dyrektorzy i cudowni artyści, z którymi mieliśmy przyjemność współpracować do tej pory. Niestety teraz teatry są pozamykane. Mieliśmy przyjemność wystąpić szybciutko, jak widzieliście w telewizji. To też było przeżycie. Performing an interview on the concrete floor after a year break.
It was performing, I didn't care.
Ale słuchajcie, tak, to było cudowne, więc że tak mówię, nie wypadliśmy sroce spod ogona. Chris jeździł po świecie przez 14 lat ze spektaklem, swoje też wypracował, ma doświadczenie jako nauczyciel, jako tancerz. niesamowite. Pracował w teatrach, współpracował ze szkołami, z college'ami na całym świecie. Także to też nie jest tak, że nagle się pojawiliśmy i coś sobie tam próbujemy zdziałać. Naszą pasją jest... You say what's our passion. Ja już się teraz zamknę, bo znowu za chwilę dostanę po plecach.
For us it's sharing, I think. Sharing what we do, sharing the tap dance, sharing the performing. There's nothing greater than, for me, you know, to teach someone a routine or to choreograph something and to see, you know, an idea come to life on stage. And that's basically it. And you know, also with this page, what I've tried to do, because I love meeting people. This is one of my...
Wild as hell.
I know, I've been reading that. I'll tell you later.
Oh, well, wild as hell. No, but you should see our big band concert. That's wild. Go.
Yeah, so what I really try to do, or we try to do, is read. I read I always read the comments, and I try as much as I can to reply, because
What makes Poland wild? Sorry.
because they're having a conversation about this.
Okay.
Because like I said, I love to meet people, and I love talking to people, and I try and reply to everybody. Sometimes it thinks I'm trolling, so my own page thinks I'm trolling, so I'll reply to everybody, and then it stops me from adding any more comments because it worries that I'm a troll. But yeah, it's really important that we do that as well. So that's it about us. There's a lot of, I've seen some conversations, so I'm going to read through all these later on. But now it's a little Q&A session, question and answer. So if you've got any questions, the first question you saw earlier on, what was the question from?
Giving inspiration, ideas about learning husband.
Oh, yeah.
About husband learning Polish.
For me, from my standpoint, we've been together.
How many years?
22 years.
22 lata.
Ridiculous. 22 years, and people don't realise that for the first 15 years, really, the first 15,
No, teraz
16
się
years.
przyznaj. Say exactly.
What?
Well, because I'm being branded as this hard
Oh no, yeah. So for the
teacher, awfully like demanding perfect Polish and pronunciation from you. And the fact of the matter is...
Pierwsze 15 lat byliśmy razem. Nie mówiłem po polsku, tylko trochę. Tylko dzień dobry, dziękuję, piwo, dobranoc, all the normal things. And
respectfully, I didn't teach you the swear words.
maybe.
I did not teach you any swear words. I was respecting my language.
I don't know any swear words.
I know you don't, because I didn't teach
You
you.
always lower the tone.
I didn't.
So, tak, i tylko ostatnie 5 lat ja spróbuję mówić po polsku i tylko ostatnie 3 miesiące ja mam lekcje po polsku online. So, I'm not the best example of someone that's tried from the beginning, but now mieszkamy w Polsce i mamy 2 córki. Dwie córki. Oczywiście mówią po polsku i po angielsku. I teraz jest mój kolej.
Moja kolej.
Moja kolej. And I live here now. And do you know, another reason as well is because she has to do everything. Like, we have our own company here, but she has to do everything. She needs to speak to the banks, to the accountants, anything to do with everything. Joanna has to, and it does get a bit stressful for you. So I need to get to the level where I can speak. Many a time I have to go przepraszam and pass the phone to Joanna. So that's another reason. Anyway, question and answers. Please, if anyone's got any questions about what we do. Thank you, Eva. I hope that made sense. Po polsku.
Ja nawet myślę, że powinieneś więcej mówić po polsku. I think you should speak more Polish, but obviously też pytacie, dlaczego... Nie. Czasami ludzie pytają, dlaczego nie mówię do Chrisa po polsku cały czas i dlaczego nie rozmawiamy. Dlaczego nie rozmawiamy w domu po polsku cały czas? Słuchajcie, czasami, żeby dojść do sedna i żeby na szybko przeprowadzić rozmowę, no jest to niemożliwe. Chociaż teraz już bardzo dużo rozumiesz. Bardzo dużo rozumiesz.
Musimy mówić więcej po polsku w domu.
Tak.
Dlatego, że na razie wszystko jest zamknięte and we haven't socialized at all, really. We've been really good
Czyli
with this
Polish
lockdown.
kitchen. Mamy
I
pytanie.
love, Jagoda, I love the Polish kitchen. I love everything. Do you know what? I love all food because I've travelled a lot. I eat everything. Ale na razie jesteśmy na diecie.
Diecie.
So if somebody said to me any types of food right now, I'll say, yeah, I love it because I'm being really strict with myself. I love the Polish soups. Joanna's granddad, Jaja, used to, every week would cook kapuśniak with the golonka.
Yay. What is the part of Polish you are struggling with the most from Magda?
Sentence structure for me. I'm using I use Duolingo. So for those of you who need any advice on apps, Duolingo is quite good. It works well alongside the lessons, but the structuring of sentences, that's my next step really, to be able to get the, what's the word? Declination, is it?
Deklinacja.
To understand that. I'm doing it. And you know what? A lot of people were saying to me just to, don't even worry about why, just learn and remember.
You question a lot. You're trying to analyze. Myślę, Iza, powiedziałaś, że język polski jest bardziej trudny niż angielski. Wiesz co, ja się z tym zgodzę, powiem wam szczerze. I would say that English is easier, the Polish is more difficult than English. Szczególnie, że Chris teraz próbuje sobie wszystko przeanalizować. Musi zrozumieć dlaczego. You need to understand why. Right? Why? You keep... Cały czas mi zadaj pytanie. You keep asking me why. I don't know why.
I'll tell you why I asked the question why is because we don't... thank you, Jacek. Yeah, to Joanna and my daughters as well. And I've got a great teacher too. Absolutely. Thank you. What was I saying?
Tak jest, Kamila. Ja miałam 6 lat, w przedszkolu się poznaliśmy. Nie tęsknisz za UK. Are you missing?
The reason I ask why a lot is because we don't... I certainly, in my generation, we didn't really get taught grammar at school until we started to learn French or German. So I have to ask these questions of why that happens. Which online school you're going to. It's a friend recommended Pani Ania. I'm speaking to Karolina right now, Budzinska. And I think she does a lot of work with embassies as well. So when new families come in, she teaches Polish to them. So I'm just doing one-to-one with a recommendation. She's
But
brilliant.
we will be working on a course, right?
Yeah.
Będziemy, słuchajcie, dostaliśmy bardzo dużo pytań, postaramy się stworzyć kurs z panią Anią online, dostępny jak najszybciej. I jeszcze jedna sprawa, a lot of people contacting us about moving to Poland. Słuchajcie, było dużo pytań odnośnie, zaraz pojedziemy dalej, odnośnie przeprowadzki do Polski, powrotu do Polski i rozmawialiśmy z ambasadą brytyjską i składamy taki dokument z informacjami, co jest potrzebne, co trzeba załatwić, ponieważ na takim live'ie nie wszystko jesteśmy w stanie wytłumaczyć, a nawet jak wytłumaczymy, to będzie bardzo, bardzo, bardzo dużo tych informacji o przetłumaczenie dokumentów, aktów urodzenia, aktów ślubu i tak dalej. Także to wszystko będzie przygotowane w formie jednego dokumentu z linkami. Yeah, for everyone who's been asking about moving back to Poland, what's needed, what needs to be registered, etc. So that's in collaboration with the British Embassy. Razem będziemy w stanie wam przedstawić. Mamy nadzieję, że bardzo szybciutko już.
Definitely get a lot of messages from people saying that we're thinking of moving. How is it?
O, dzięki. Słuchajcie, jedziemy teraz powoli. Taki troszeczkę spokojniejszy dzisiaj ten live. It's much more calmer today. This live.
Because we're talking, it's nice to... I admire you from my heart for trying to answer you.
Chris czyta. Okej.
Oh.
Boże, jesteście kochani, naprawdę.
Yeah, I think we did. It's nice to sit down and just like spend time speaking with people because often we're just talking to one another.
Ja z mężem tylko po polsku, Aga.
Yeah, David, it's true. After a few drinks, it's much easier.
Ojej, fluent.
It's much easier.
On płynie
What
totalnie.
my goal is, I want to be able to, because I like to sit, I like to talk to people, and I like to meet people, and I like to laugh, and I like to make people laugh. I want to get to that level in Polish, so I can sit down with a group of Polish people. Because often I do sit there, and people like include you'll be there, and you're all talking in Polish, and I'm really trying hard to understand, and everyone's laughing. You're like, ha ha ha. No idea why people are laughing. Most of the time they're laughing at me because I don't understand.
Nikt się z ciebie nie śmieje, kochanie. By się ze mną musieli policzyć. Ja z mężem tylko po polsku rozmawialiśmy w domu, ale dzieci 7 dzisiaj rozmawiają. No, u nas tak samo. Dziewczyny wolą mówić po angielsku. Paul Lewis, hey Chris and Joe, sorry trying to listen.
Fighting over Fortnite.
Yay, Paul, hello.
Is that? Oh, it's my Paul.
Yes, it's your Paul.
Paul, Liverpool. Legend. Oh, thanks, Paul. Lovely to see you. Let's properly speak. Let me know when we can chat.
Have you got a Polish citizenship?
Yes, Janier.
No.
Yes, Janier.
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah. Okay, that's another thing. Some of you know, I'm actually, I grew up in the UK, but I'm actually half French. So my mum is French, my dad's British. I lived my whole life in the UK and did my holidays in France. So I've actually got French citizenship as well. So that will help for me with the whole Brexit thing.
Ale wiecie, co jest najfajniejsze? I'm gonna say this again. Jak jeszcze byłam w szkole baletowej,
Arsenal's winning.
zawsze chciałam mówić w 2 językach, okay? Angielski i francuski. Nie wiem dlaczego, zawsze te 2 języki mnie fascynowały. Obowiązkowo w szkole baletowej na początku musieliśmy uczyć się języka rosyjskiego. Nie przypadałam. Natomiast francuski i angielski to były takie moje języki, gdzie naprawdę chciałam się nauczyć. Skończyłam szkołę z francuskim. I wiecie, co jest zaskakujące? Nie wiem jak, ale nagle los zesłał mi, oto proszę, pana, który jest w połowie Francuzem, w połowie Anglikiem. Jesteś Angielką do sklepania. I taki jest ten świat.
I tap danced into your life.
Tak. W butach do stepowania wpadłeś mi w życie.
But you said no. You said you also learn.
Ja tęsknię za UK, Iwonka. Ja tęsknię. Tęsknię za... sorry, you were saying.
No, I'm just reading it.
Ja tęsknię, jak mówię, bardziej niż... Tęsknię za pracą, tęsknię za... Tylko no ja żyliśmy obydwoje swoje wymarzone życie. Zresztą teraz też jest cudownie, bo pracujemy nad tym, prawda? But I do miss my theatre, I do miss my TV work, film work. I miss it.
Yeah.
Ale było minęło.
I don't miss too much. I sometimes miss Chris krok po kroku, step by step. Ja mieszkam
Brawo,
w
Iza,
Irlandii, nigdy
właśnie
nie
tak.
uczyłam się angielskiego w szkole, ale po 15
Praktyka
latach
czyni
już u
mistrza.
mnie prawie perfekt. Chris krok po kroku.
No, spróbuj troszeczkę więcej powiedzieć, aż mi się ciepło zrobiło z
Do you
tego
know, it's really
wszystkiego.
interesting actually, because like I said, we've had a lot of new followers over the past few months. The last few days, we've had a lot of trolls. We've had to hide things and ban users.
Tak,
They've been
jedynej rzeczy, której...
really horrible things they've said about me and Joanna, like respectively, like different. It's very funny.
Słuchajcie, naprawdę,
which is a good thing because it means people are watching.
Ale nie bierzemy tego do serca. We're not taking it personally. Najbardziej...
We always learn the swear words first. Trust me.
I did not teach you the swear words.
I didn't say you taught me them.
Who taught you the swear words?
Your brother. But that was like
So
22
you could
years
speak
ago.
Polish before then.
Yeah.
Słuchajcie, z tymi trollami, kurczę, naprawdę było wesoło. Po prostu jeden pan wyznał mi miłość. I the one guy told me that he wants me, right?
Did he?
Yes, he said, I want you. And he's not been very pleasant about you. Then there's a lady, potem była pani, która totalnie nas zjechała. There was one lady who totally lost. Oh, is it? Mieszkam w Londynie, wkrótce się tam... Czy wasz program ma na celu naukę języka angielskiego? Kasia, wiesz co? Tu nie ma jako takiego celu. Chris chce się nauczyć mówić po polsku. What's the goal of learning English, learning Polish?
For me, is to be able to.
A, poczekaj, naukę języka angielskiego. Kasia, wiesz co, no podobno niektórym bardzo pomaga. Pomagają nasze rozmowy. Chris próbuje się uczyć po polsku. Ja pomagam mu w tym. Chris ma swoją panią nauczycielkę. Ja go nie uczę, broń Boże, nie mam cierpliwości, bo że mam 2 dzieci na
I
wirtualnym
have a lesson
nauczaniu.
in the morning. You know that. In the morning, I have a lesson. Mam lekcja.
Także, no ale nauka języka polskiego tutaj jest, że tak powiem, głównym. I po prostu nasze życie, szczególnie Chrisa. Do you know what? Słuchajcie, ja poproszę Chrisa, why don't you just say a few words about Britain, Poland, where this idea came from, just so it's clear what this is. This is not like a program kind of thing.
It was basically, after a while living here, I still had questions from friends or family about Poland, and people still thought that, and we're only going back 5 years ago, that it was cold all year round in Poland. So they just thought snow. They thought like Russia, Siberia for some reason, and they also thought that everything was really far behind. And so I started this page because I was kind of not fed up with it. I was just annoyed that people thought this about Poland. So I started. I don't know, just a Britain Poland came into my head, and I started it. And it was originally for friends and family, just to kind of educate about Poland. And it just went on this whole course of Polish people being interested in a Brit living in Poland. And we started to, I think the very first time we noticed we had quite a big audience was when I did, a long time ago, well, relatively like two years ago, we did a very spontaneous Facebook Live, our first one we ever did, and I attempted the Polish tongue twisters.
Szczebrzeszynie, chrząszcz, pamiętasz?
Yes.
Szczebrzeszynie. Stół z powyłamywanymi nogami.
That's it. What's the other one? Lojalny Jola, nie lojalny Jola.
Brawo.
Easy.
And
we did that, and we had a really, really good response. I think it was like 30,000 views, and our followers just went up and up, and it's just grown organically. It's really grown organically, and we really enjoy it because, like I said, we love meeting people. And for me, I noticed there's also a lot of couples that are following us. So either a Polish husband and a British wife, or vice versa, or other countries, different nationalities. And it's really interesting. I think the language side of things, people relate to me, the other halves, the non-Polish halves, because we all know it's a tough journey learning the Polish, and I'm here to help. Like, people send us messages, we reply as much as we can. I think we could be having a FaceTime call with one of the followers next week. They said they'd like to do a FaceTime call. Did you know that?
No, I'd love that. Dlaczego się przeprowadziliście? Justyna, wiesz co, odpowiedzieliśmy na to pytanko wcześniej. Why do we move? Why do we move? Dlaczego się przeprowadziliście?
It was temporary.
To miało być, oryginalnie miało być chwilowo, tak, ponieważ mieszkaliśmy w Londynie
Thanks, Marta.
Crystal Palace, w cudownym miejscu, zaraz niedaleko Dulwich. Cudowne wzgórze, piękne widoki, przepiękna, no, jak to po polsku, kamienica, tak? The Victorian, was Victorian Georgian? Victorian Conversion flat, 6 mieszkanek, słuchajcie, przepiękne widoki. Brakuje mi tych bay windows, nie wiem, tych takich okien, to było suwanych góra-dół. I jak się nam druga córcia urodziła, no to jak już miała prawie roczek czasu, zrobiło się po prostu za mało za mało miejsca, mimo że to było dość spore mieszkanko, zrobiło się za mało i stwierdziliśmy, że sprzedamy i przyjedziemy do Polski na dłuższe wakacje. I co? I rodzice nas przekonali, żeby zostać. Nasze wszystkie meble, wszystko jeszcze było w Yellow Storage, good old Yellow Storage. Miesięczne opłaty za Yellow Storage były takie jak mortgage, nie? Opłaty, the monthly payments for Yellow Storage were quite as high as mortgage. I tak przez półtora roku, prawie 2 lata, tak w tym Yellow Storage sobie stały te nasze meble i stwierdziliśmy, że zostajemy. Ale oryginalnie mieliśmy wrócić do Londynu.
Kasia, you're moving back to Poland next year. Brilliant. Fantastic. We hear so many people moving back to Poland. We should have a massive meet-up somewhere.
Mamy też,
Britain
słuchajcie,
Poland
pytania.
meetup.
Wiele rodziców obawia się o szkoły dla dzieciaków, które wracają. Słuchajcie, teraz jest tyle międzynarodowych rodzin w Polsce, w każdym mieście, że szkoły są przygotowane na przyjęcie anglojęzycznych dzieciaczków, o dzieci, które są bardziej nastawione czy wychowane w języku angielskim, ale nadgonią szybciutko, obiecuję wam to. The most worst one.
Yeah, Dominic. Yeah,
Racist one.
yeah. The most worst are the racist ones. Yeah, there is all that here. I personally have not seen it because the people we socialise with, our friends, don't have that attitude. Yeah, that's very upsetting for me. Obviously, coming from the UK, which is very multicultural. But I think things will change. I think, like everywhere, things will change because people always speak out, and I think that's the most important thing. And I think it's the same with the politics and everything. I think everything will become okay, honestly. And the whole world's messed up at the moment, to be honest with you, isn't it? The whole world.
Well,
It's all a bit
we're
weird.
getting. It's a good time to think now. We get plenty of time to think and look at things differently.
Do you sometimes think about back to UK, or are you staying in Poland for a little longer? We would like to. I think we've been speaking about this, and it'd be nice to have like a kind of UK Poland kind of life. We don't know how we're going to do it yet.
We have still to do. We've got musicals to write, to finish off, books
Yeah,
to finish.
we're writing a book. We're writing a musical, and all Polish, British related. So watch this space, because this is really something passionate as well that we want to do. So we're in the process of writing 2 musicals, 2 different subjects, and hopefully bring them onto the stage in Poland and the West End and Broadway, baby.
Musimy coś zostawić po sobie, kochani. We need to leave a legacy. Co dla Chrisa jako obcokrajowca jest najdziwniejsze w Polsce?
Ooh.
Do you understand that?
So what for Chris,
As a foreigner,
as a foreigner? Yes, no.
it's the weirdest thing in
I'm trying
Poland.
to translate myself.
Oh,
It's a
sorry.
The weirdest
I'm
thing in
concerned.
Poland. The weirdest thing in Poland. The weirdest thing.
The first thing, don't think too long.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. No, hang on. The weirdest thing. I don't know. I think I've got so used to it now that I don't find it weird. What did I do once? I definitely try and hug or embrace people too many times under a doorway. If I say hello to people, like shaking hands or something, I always forget about this superstition about the doorway. No
Really?
hugging.
That's what you find the weirdest? I think we talked about it before.
Well, not weird. It's like the thing that I don't get used to the most. I don't find.
Oh, the kissing under the... Nie wiem, wy też tak
Not
macie,
kissing,
że
but-
nie witacie się w progu?
no
jest-
shaking hands or hugging under a doorway. Or is that just your thing?
Bo to może tylko moje, ale ja tak mam. Ja się po prostu nie witam w progu, nie całuję się w progu. Nie wiem kto, ale kiedyś mi ktoś powiedział, że to
Richard,
jest...
I don't understand this. Richard
Bada.
Pielka is just saying why all English thoughts about Poland are the same. No idea. Only that the weather's cold. Yeah, I don't know, but I think, well, before the pandemic, I think with these cheaper flights, the Ryanair flights, a lot more people were coming to Poland. When I came to Poland in 1999, I was on tour with a show. Like, literally, we knew nothing about Poland. We came from Spain, and we flew from Spain or somewhere, or Portugal, I think, to Poland. Like, we were here for 1 week in Łódź, 1999, November. So it was like -20. It was back in proper Polish winter, 6 feet of snow. I had no idea about Poland, its culture, because there was no internet. We didn't have all that information. All we knew about was the war. And to spend that week here, that 1 week here changed my life, because I met Joanna. But it also changed me, because it opened up a whole new world to me. And literally, because you'd been cut off from the rest of the world for so long, well, from the rest of Europe, as I'm concerned. We weren't taught anything about it at school. And just to come here and find this culture and these people that wanted to socialise and have fun, and it was brilliant. And of course, I was only
people
young.
were always curious of the world. Always. Wait a moment. Always curious. But I always believe that you go out, you gain something, you gain knowledge, you gain experience, you learn new skills, you discover something, and then you bring it back. And I think this is what we're doing right now. I'm not going to get emotional. Asiu, brakuje ci lampy na sznurku. Yes. Mirka, the bathroom lights switch. Ping! Tak, nie, wiesz co, tego mi nie brakuje. I powiem wam jeszcze jednej rzeczy, tak, ale to jest standardowo, to już nie będziemy się powtarzać. Zimna i ciepła woda oddzielnie, nie przez jeden...
Normal.
Zmywać makijaż, gorąca i zimna woda na przemian. I powiem wam co jeszcze, ale to też już taka standardówka.
Weather, talking about the weather.
Nie, łeda mi nie przeszkadzała. Łeda mi nie przeszkadzała, pogoda mi nie przeszkadzała, ale wykładzina w łazience. Carpet in a bathroom. That's...
And do you know, another thing we don't do. Another thing we don't do in the UK is take our shoes off and put slippers on. You know, if you go to people's houses, maybe it's changed now, but we would, keep our shoes on, and it really makes sense. It's so unhygienic to have your shoes on in the house.
You don't go into my house in shoes.
Hi guys, enjoyed. Just out of curiosity, Łukasz, I'm just reading yours. Which region or city do you guys live in? We live in Łódź. Mieszkamy w Łodzi. Ale pracujemy 3 razy w tygodniu w Warszawie. I, well, before the pandemic, we were working everywhere with our performances. But yeah, na razie mieszkamy w Łodzi. Because that's where Mrs. Ernest is from. That's our home. I love Łódź. If there's any followers here from Łódź, I know it's a very specific city, but I really, really love it. I love seeing what's happening there. If you've not been to Łódź for a while, the difference is incredible. I'm really excited. I think in 20 years' time, Łódź is going to be an amazing city.
Oj, Krystyna, liebe Grüße aus Oster.
I think it's like hello, greetings from...
okay.
I think greetings from Austria. My German's not so good. What's this?
Pozdrawiam. Słuchajcie, próbujemy przyjechać. O, dziękujemy. Taki dłuższy, spokojniejszy dzisiaj live w zasadzie rozmowa z wami.
Paulina, yeah, we said at the beginning, so our living, well, we perform, we're dancers, we teach,
choreograph.
We choreograph, and we also we work at the British school, the British International School in Warsaw as well. We work
Uczymy tańca.
Yeah, we teach dance and drama there at the British School in Warsaw, actually we're really grateful for that because it's kept us going through these hard times, which is brilliant. But we really miss the performing. And our students, our Saturday school students, we haven't seen them for a while. Netherlands thinking that Poland is still in 1980. It's true, yeah, Thomas, they still think that Poland is in 1980.
Ale też dlatego, słuchajcie, ta strona, this is why we're having that page as well. It's just...
Yes, Dominica, we're always looking for talented people to join our shows. Absolutely, send us a PM.
Always, always, always. The best is yet to come.
Best is yet to come. So I think that's it. I think we're going to read through all these. So many comments. This is amazing. We're really grateful for all of your time.
O, Justyna, tak. Dokładnie. Zła wróżba, trzeba wejść do środka.
And like I said, even we try to reply to everyone that comments on our posts. I'm going to try with this one as well. It's a mission, but I always do. But we really are grateful for everyone that follows us, comments on our posts, that likes our posts, that share our posts. We're even grateful for the trolls that say bad things about us.
I'm Polish, hubby from South Africa. O, wiecie co, ja nie mogę się doczekać, żeby znowu móc jeździć. Byliśmy, Anna Fitzgerald, byliśmy w Afryce Południowej, Chris występował w Cape Town, w Johannesburgu, w Durban.
Port Elizabeth.
Po prostu przepiękne miejsce, naprawdę. W Johannesburgu było trochę niebezpiecznie.
Moved to Ireland, was bullied for 9 months, but after moved to Ireland was bullied. Oh, okay.
Oj, szkoda.
Yeah, I've not been bullied so much. I do get I'm getting a lot of pressure now from friends that I've got to be speaking more Polish. I do get pressure to be speaking more Polish. I need to.
No, can I just clarify something? You're not being, you're being encouraged by some of our friends because you've openly said that you want to speak Polish. So once you made that declaration...
They're not pressuring me.
But once you made that declaration to people, the only thing we can do is to give you the opportunity to speak, and the only way to speak is to speak Polish. Come on.
Nie rozumiem.
No
przepraszam.
właśnie,
Nie rozumiem.
widzisz.
Nie rozumiem.
Słuchajcie, jak się zadeklarował, że chce mówić po polsku, tak? No to kurczę, trzeba mówić po polsku.
Dobrze.
Właśnie.
Mówiłem.
Stąd też należy czasami poprawiać. Jeszcze raz przypomnę tobie, kochanie, jak mnie poprawiałeś, kiedy mówiłam water, better.
I know we talked about that before, didn't we?
Exactly. So,
Water.
ja też dostawałam po głowie od Chrisa.
I do find, what about one piece of bread sandwiches in Poland? Kanapka, yeah, I know. I did a post about that once, Natalia, about the sandwiches.
Tak, Justyna.
That's one of my first memories, actually, getting at the Teatr Wielki. We were really hungry, sound check day, and we went to buy sandwiches at the
Marzena.
thing. It was the open top sandwich with the gherkins.
And also in the UK, I've forgotten, you open your windows outwards.
Yeah, that's...
Crazy.
Bartek, how many bench presses do you do? Na razie nie ma.
Na razie trzeba się odchudzić. Słuchajcie, po roku czasu siedzenia. I'm truly missing London, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're going to read through all of these.
Moglibyśmy rozmawiać, słuchajcie.
It's amazing. Włócz, hot, moje miasto. Super.
No,
Nasza
będę.
też.
Teraz tak, brakuje nam. Ale fajnie się z wami
Włócz
rozmawia.
to moje rodzinowe miasto.
Sporo wiadomości, aż mi się ciepło zrobiło, słuchajcie. I got,
You are rather red.
yeah, I'm rather red.
Rather red.
Zaczerwieniłam
Raśne.
się.
What's rather? Raśne? Raczej czerwone. Is that right?
Zaczerwieniłam się.
Okay, I think we should finish there, boys and girls.
Okay, well we need to do it again. Wow. Oh no, słuchajcie. Prawie upuściłam telefon. Próbując. Słuchajcie, tak. Zróbmy tak. Jak macie jakieś pytanka, to zrobimy jeszcze raz takiego live'a. Może tym razem po polsku.
Dobrze, następny raz po polsku. Kiedy? Następny czwartek?
Za tydzień.
Tak samo czas?
O tej samej godzinie.
Dobrze.
Tak jest.
Do zobaczenia.
Słuchajcie, cudownego wieczorka. Już się późno robi tutaj. Stąd mój
Kochamy was.
zaróżowiony kolor.
Kochamy was i jesteśmy
Jesteśmy in
kontakcie.
touch.
Have a fantastic week. I won't give up, Paulina. Have a fantastic... Miłego tygodniu.
Tygodnia. Nie, weekendu. Już jest prawie weekend, kochanie.
Oh yeah.
Czwartek
Miłego weekendu.
dzisiaj.
Miłego
Już
weekendu.
prawie weekend.
Be good, behave yourselves, and we'll see you next week. This time
Tak,
next
do
week,
zobaczenia.
same thing. Do zobaczenia.
Pa, pa.
Pa, pa.